That's right, Noah Nielsen, will be joining Van Amersfoort Racing in Formula 2 after a very successful Formula 3 season, claiming the World Driver Championship. Furthermore, I will be joining the Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula 1 driver program. Richard Verschoor will be my teammate, making a Dutch team with a Dutch lineup. With the 2023 season about to get underway, let's see what will happen in the first race.
Welcome to Sakhir and the Bahrain International Circuit, where the grid is forming up ready for today's race. Bahrain represents an exceptional 3.36 miles of racing. Lots of opportunities to overtake throughout its 15 corners. Now, this track has built a reputation for being brutal on the rear tyres, so keep an eye on how these young drivers manage their rubber. Strategy here could ultimately determine the winner of the race. Let's look at the grid order for today's race while the cars make their final preparations. Teo Pourchaire has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, with Victor Martins alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Iwasa, Behrman, Dennis Hauger, Doohan, Novalak, Vesti, Daruvala, Brad Benavides, Fittipaldi, Miney, Amory Cordial, Richard Verschoor, Leclerc, Hadjar, Maloney and Nielsen, Nissani, Crawford, Stanek and Ralph Boschon completes the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's get down to the track. The new season starts now. I'm Alex Jakes, Alex Brundle is alongside me, and it is time to restart Formula 2. We're so excited to be back. Alex, what are you expecting from this season?
Put 22 of the world's best young racing drivers in a pot, some great venues, press go, and it kicks out a champion. I cannot wait to see who comes out on top at the end of the year.
It's lights out and away we go for the first round of the Formula 2 season. Teo Pourchaire gets a shocking start, already down to P4 with Victor Martins taking the early lead. Noah Nielsen already down to P19, but that will probably change by the first corner as I go around the outside of multiple people. Oliver Behrman loses his front wing into the second corner, but Victor Martin leads this race with Iwasa second and Behrman third. But Behrman has front wing damage, is missing a part of his right front wing. Me myself already up to P17 now. Iwasa second, Behrman, Hauger, Pourchaire, Doohan, Vesti, Novalak, Fittipaldi, Daruvala. As I go down the inside of not one but two cars and get the position up to P15 right behind my teammate of Richard Verschoor. What can we do for the first race of the Formula 2 2023 season? Of course, for us to get a good season, we would like to get top 5 in the World Driver Championship. But will this happen after a shocking qualifying and me now just getting used to the cars? Isaac Hadjar wanted to make a move down the inside, but it didn't work for him. Isaac Hadjar is planning a move on Noah Nielsen there. Noah Nielsen goes very defensive all the way down through the inside. But will he keep the position? He will, as Isaac Hadjar and Zay Maloney ghost in each other, which is a game issue, I can't help it. Lap 3 now. We plan a very late move on Richard Verschoor, and as you can see by that move, you know that Noah Nielsen is a very aggressive driver as we get the onboard of that move. As you can see, I braked very late and it was totally my plan to send it down his inside. Now lap 3, we're riding with Enzo Fittipaldi through Sector 2 into Sector 3 through turn 13. But all of a sudden his engine decides to cut out and there's even smoke coming out of his rear, which means that he sadly has to retire. But that moves both me and Richard Fisher up a place to P13 and P14. Lap 5, as you can see, everyone decides to pit, so I am going in as well, which drops us eventually down into P17, as you can see. But what will happen in the pit stop? Multiple people are already pitting, of course the Premas, and for example MP Motorsport pit box are way ahead, but the VAR pit box is all the way at the back. Richard Fisher is now P7, but we get a clean stop, can instantly move back into the pit lane and end up in P17. So we didn't lose any positions nor gain any positions during the pit stops. But the next lap, lap 6, Richard Fisher decides to come in as well, with Isaac Hajar following him. Cordial is ahead of him. Of course, we were in between Amaury Cordial and Richard Fisher, so if you can get between them again, that would be very nice. Of course, pit box at the end, so we need to drive all the way, but we do hopefully get more fresher hard tires. Richard Fisher does need to wait on a few cars though. He needs to wait on Jehan de Ruvela, I think, and Amaury Cordial. But as you can see, behind the bright blue front wing is me, and we will be in front of Richard Fisher, but not Amaury Cordial, as we actually go deep as well. But Richard Fisher also keeps his position going into turn 3. Then final lap, final corner, Ayumu Iwasa takes the first race of the F2 2023 season as he takes the win in Bahrain, with Victor Martins on the second step of the podium. Then it's Dennis Hauger, Theo Porcher, Frederick Vesti, Doohan, Behrman, Novalak, Benavides, Maini, De Ruvela, Cordial, Nielsen, Fisher, Maloney, Crawford, Stanek, Ocean, Leclerc, Nissani is last, and Hajar and Fittipaldi retired. After the race, I posted this on my Instagram. But for now, let's head to Saudi Arabia and see what we can do there.
Greetings and welcome to Jeddah for what promises to be a thrilling Formula 2 race. So let's examine the Jeddah Street circuit. As you can see, this has the potential to be a very challenging track for our young F2 drivers. We'll get a good chance to see which of them have been able to best capitalise on their time spent here in practice earlier this weekend. And like the other street circuits on the calendar, the lack of runoff is going to make sections of this track very punishing if the drivers get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid having to bring out the safety car this time around. As the engineers make their last inspection of the cars, let's take a look at today's grid order for the race. Theo Porcher will start on pole. Fantastic qualifying from him. And it's Victor Martins in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hauger, Iwasa, Ollie Behrman, and De Ruvela. Leclerc, Hajar, Benavides, Nielsen, Maloney, Maini, Frederick Vesti, Roman Stanek, Fittipaldi, Fisher, Doohan, Jack Crawford, Novalak, Nissani, Cordial, and Ralph Boschon completes the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. Hello one, hello all, and welcome to the commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes, he is Alex Brundle, and we have changeable conditions today, Alex. How does that uncertainty affect the strategy?
There are going to be some quivering hands on the tyre guns, aren't there, when they tighten up what could easily be the wrong specification of tyre completely for the conditions. It's a gamble out there.
The formation lap gets underway for this, the Formula 2 race, and every driver will be looking to settle in for the race ahead, making sure the car is ready for battle once the lights go out.
Everybody is starting on the super soft. We're starting P10 after an amazing qualifying. Richard for sure is down P16. Strategy for everybody is going to be super soft to the mediums around lap 4 to 7. And it's lights out and away we go. Pulcher gets an amazing start. Martins not that much, and Hauger is also slow off the line. We lose a position to Maloney, but Pulcher is already a full 2 cars ahead, maybe even more cars ahead of Victor Martins. And there's 3 wide between Bernard Martins and Hauger at the back there. We still in P11. Pulcher, look at the size of the gap he already has after the cars are 3 wide. There we are, P11, we fell down 1 position to Zane Maloney. But hopefully we can get it back after this amazing qualifying result of P10. Let's see if we can finally score our first points of the season. But we're gonna go down the inside here of Zane Maloney. He gets scared, but we're already fully ahead before the corner even ends. So for now, we are P10, and that means a point. Richard for sure is down at P16, didn't lose any, didn't gain any, but still he remains P16. Porcher is still leading, then it's Victor Martins, Oliver Behrman, Dennis Hauger, Ayumi Iwasa, Jehan de Ruvela, Arthur Leclerc, Oli Benavides? I don't remember. Oh, but we almost go off the track as you see me sliding. The Benavides is in 8th, then it's Hedger, and then it's Nielsen. So myself. But we are sliding everywhere because the tires are overheating already. We have possibly made a big mistake with the set. Look at us. We're sliding, we don't have grip anywhere. We have made an issue with the setup and now our tires are overheating. But lap 3, we ride along with Jehan de Ruvela, the number 2 car in the MP Motorsport, through the second sector, and his engine blows up and his race is sadly over. But oh, he's holding everybody up. We're sliding everywhere, we're counting steering everywhere, but we gained the position up to P9, so those are 2 points for just our second race of the season. Here lap 4, you can see me sliding everywhere. I took it on board. You can see me sliding. The rear tires are so up, but we lose the car. We lose the car over the curb. We bang against the wall, and that's our race over. Here we have it on board. As you can see how careful I'm steering, and still I need to oversteer. There I lost the car, banged to the wall, and I crashed. Sadly enough.
The French driver has left them all behind. It's victory for Théo Pourchaire.
Have you seen one quite as dominant as that, Jakesy? I'm not sure I have. They led every single lap of that one, lights to flag.
An amazing race today, and a very well-deserved one too. The team worked very hard to get exactly the right setup out of the F2 car. It works for them, and the results speak for themselves. ARTGP winners today.
As Porcher takes his first win of the season, Oliver Behrman takes his second, oh no, not his second podium. Oliver Behrman second, Victor Martin third, and it's Hauger, Iwasa, Leclerc, Benavides, Hajar, Maini, Fittipaldi, Vesti, Maloney, Doohan, for sure, Novalak, Stanek, Cordial, Crawford, Boschung, and Noah Nielsen and Jehan de Ruvela has retired. That means we are still 0 points in the championship. After the race though, we posted this on our Instagram. I'm sorry for the team and all the fans, but next up is Australia, next episode. So I hope you enjoyed the first episode of our career, and I also hope to see you next time around. So for now, goodbye.